Lusaka. Enjoy your viewing.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor and blessings as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to leadership positions in this republic. We seek guidance to treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen.
Order number 1, communication from the chair. Order number 2, papers.
Chair of the committee. We need to confirm. Chair. Any committee member? The whip you can table on behalf of the committee.
Si whip ako hapa. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to table the report of the committee. Approval for tabling of report of Anti-Doping Amendment Bill 2020, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020. Thank you.
You've done well.
Okay, next order.
Order number 3, the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020, second reading, division.
So the whips confirm there. Okay. Let the bell be rung for 5 minutes, and the whips, make sure you whip up the members.
The Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Ken Lusaka, has ordered that the bell be rung for 5 minutes. This is to allow for more senators to access the chamber, as well as access the sitting online, to allow for voting of the anti-voting bill. This is a bill that has been discussed in today's morning session and afternoon session, and senators are set to start voting for that bill any moment from now. According to the bill, the following persons may lodge an appeal where dissatisfied by a decision from the results of the management panel. The bill refers to an athlete or any other person who is subject to the decision being appealed, the party to the case in which the decision was rendered, the relevant international federation. The other persons who is allowed to lodge an appeal is the National Anti-Doping Organization of the athletes, or the person's country of residence, or the countries where the athlete or the person is a national or license holder. The other persons listed in the bill is the International Olympic Committee or the International Paralympic Committee. This is applicable where the decision may have an effect in relation to the Olympic Games, matters Paralympic Games. This includes the decision affecting eligibility for the Olympic Games or Paralympic Games. The World Anti-Doping Agency has also been listed as a party that may lodge an appeal. And Part 4 of the bill says that an appeal lodged in accordance with the section made at the tribunal. This is where the matters involved a national or lower athletes or other persons. The Court of Arbitration for Sports, where the matter involves an international level athlete, arises for the participation in the international event. And notwithstanding any other provisions, the only person who may appeal from the imposition of the provisional suspension is the athlete or other persons upon the provisional suspension when is imposed. Where an appeal is preferred in accordance with the provision of the section, the decision of the results management panel shall remain in effect until the determination of the appeal. Section 32 of the Principal Act. The move of the bill proposes that the following subsections be deleted and the Principal Act amended by repealing Section 41B and substituting therefore with the following section: that each person's sports federation shall prepare rules requiring all athletes preparing for or participating in a competition or any other activity authorized or organized by a national federation or one member organization, each athlete support panel associated with such athletes to agree to be bound by the anti-doping rules and the agency's results management and the agency's results management authority in conformity with the code as a condition for such participation. Section 41D notes that the Principal Act be amended by adding the words or other anti-doping organization immediately after the word agency. An athlete or athlete support system or any other person subject to the anti-doping rules commits a violation contrary to the anti-doping rules shall be subjected to the requisite sanctions set out in the anti-doping rules. Standing Orders number 82. The Speaker shall direct a roll call and a vote to be taken. If a senator claims a roll call division, then the Speaker considers that there is a reasonable doubt as to the outcome of any question in an electronic vote or on a question other than a question of the procedure. 15 or more senators rise and their places to support the senator claiming the roll call division. Standing Orders number 83 on roll call voting. Subsection 1, when the Speaker directs a roll call vote to be taken, the division bell shall be rung for 5 minutes. The names of one teller for the yes and one teller for the noes shall be submitted to the Speaker, and the Speaker shall direct the tellers to take the seats at designated places. At the expiry of the 5 minutes, the Speaker shall direct that the doors be closed to bar drawn, and no senator shall therefore enter or leave a chamber until the roll call has been taken. Subsection 4, when the doors have been locked and the bars drawn, the names of the tellers shall be announced, and the Speaker shall put the question again and direct the clerk to call out the names of senators. This is in alphabetical order in the presence of tellers. Subsection 5 says that when called out, each senator shall, upon the mention of their name, rise in his or her place, declare assent or dissent to the question in the following manner: I vote yes, or I vote no, and the other option is to abstain or use appropriate Kenyan language. After the clerk has read out the last name in the division list, the tellers shall present the results of the roll call to the Speaker, who shall thereafter announce the results of the vote to the Senate. Subsection 7 states that the Speaker may allow a vote on several clauses at the same time. Standing Orders number 86, no senator shall be obliged to vote in a division, but those present and not voting shall either, in the case of electronic vote, press the abstain button, or in the case of a roll call, record their abstention with the clerk. It shall also be disorderly to conduct. Subsection 2, it shall be disorderly a conduct for a senator to fail to record his or her abstention in a division. Subsection 3, a senator shall not vote on any question in which senator has pecuniary interests. The standing orders further states that senators shall remain in order in the Senate and shall be in their designated seats and shall remain seated until the results are announced. This is the sittings, a special sitting of the Senate to consider the anti-doping bill. This is to allow for Kenyan athletes to attend the marathons come next year. The sitting of the Senate is a special sitting following the passage of a similar bill by the National Assembly. A few issues have been defined by the bill. Among them is the athlete biological passport, which means the program of methods of gathering as well as collecting of data described in the international standard for testing and investigations, as well as international standards for laboratories. The hearing panel in regards to matters anti-doping shall in a position to conduct hearings and decision-making process without interference from the agency or any third party. An athlete or any other natural person who at the time of the anti-doping rule division has not reached case in instance age 16 years or has not reached the age of 18 years and is not included in any registered testing pool and has never competed in any international event or in an open category. This is for the reasons other than the age has been determined, lacks the capacity under applicable national legislation. Article 5 of the International Standards for Results Management. This is through the charge until the final resolution of the matter. This includes the hearing process at first instance or an appeal, or if an appeal is lodged, and Section 3 of the Principal Act be amended so that board members, directors, officers, and specified employees, as well as delegated third parties and the employees who are involved in any aspect of doping of the entities specified under paragraph A to D shall ensure safeguarding of the physical health and mental integrity of athletes. The bill proposes amendment of Principle 5 of the Act to only permit the organization carry out the anti-doping activities in Kenya and its authorities to enforce an act. This includes the consequences for the breach of international sports federations and the national as well as international sports organization. The management panel shall also plan, implement, and evaluate, as well as promote the anti-doping education. This is in line with the requirements of the international standards for education. The bill proposes that the management also ensures data privacy and the rights of everyone involved in the doping control procedures are respected. The bill also requires that the delegated third party to perform such aspects in compliance with the code and international standards and acts of this particular bill. It also proposes that they remain fully responsible, ensuring that the delegated aspects are well taken care of. The Kenya Bureau of Standards, as well as the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, the Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council, the ministry for the time being responsible for the matters is in relation to the health and other aligned or relevant agencies shall collaborate with the agency in aligning their standards. This is in accordance with the requirements of the Code of Conduct. The agency and the committee shall be independent in their operational decisions and the activities from the support and the government. This is without a limitation from any involvement in their operations, decisions by one person who at the same time is involved in the management operations of any national as well as international sports federation, national international sports organization, major events organizations, National Olympics Committee, National Paralympic Committee, the ministry or any other government department with the responsibility for sports or matters anti-doping. Section 10 of the Principal Act requires an amendment to ensure that provisionally suspended or serving periods of ineligibility under the agency anti-doping rules have been directly or intentionally engaged in the conduct within the previous 6 years, which would have been constituted a violation of the agency's anti-doping rules. If such rules have been applicable to them, then the ruling shall follow the due course. Before serving as a member of the board, proposed members shall sign the conflict of interest and confidentiality declaration forms as provided by the agency. The bill also proposes an amendment of the Principal Act number 12, as it no longer meets the requirements for the appointment set out in section 10(2) and 5 of the Act. Subject to the applicable law, the agency may not employ a person in any position involving doping control other than the authorized anti-doping education or rehabilitation programs who have been provisionally been suspended. And subsection 2 refers to a person serving a period of ineligibility under the doping agency under the rules of the World Anti-Doping Code. The bell continues to ring. This is following the order of the Speaker to allow for more senators to access the chamber, as well as those following on the proceedings virtually to access today's sitting, to allow for members of the Senate to vote on matters anti-doping. We remember that a couple of athletes in Kenya have been banned from performing or participating in Olympics after they were found positive of having used substances that would have triggered their energy levels during the competitions. During today's afternoon sitting, as well as the morning sitting, senators raised concerns over management teams who manage Kenyan teams, and during the process coerced them to take substances that lead to their banning. And they were proposing the formation of tribunals to get to deal with such cases, as well as ensure that Kenya's top talent are managed by professionals who have the interests of the nation and Kenyans at heart. A sample related to matters analytical data or matters doping control information shall be analyzed. The analysis will be to detect prohibited substances and prohibited methods identified on the prohibited list and other substances as may be directed by the World Anti-Doping Agency, and to assist an anti-doping organization. This is in profiling relevant parameters in an athlete's urine, blood, and other matrix. This includes DNA or genomic profiling or any other legitimate anti-doping purposes. The bill further proposes that samples and related analytical data or the doping control information be used for matters research and must first be processed in such a manner as to prevent samples and related analytical data and doping control information being traced back to a particular athlete.
And locked here. The door's locked. And the bus drawn, eh? Okay, order. I now put the question, which is that the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 51 of 2020 be read a second time.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County. Sorry.
Tell us. Those who are not voting. Yes, okay, we can hear you. Tell us, that's good. Tell her. Okay, let's proceed. But if you have those who are not voting, it's easier. Okay, let's continue. With these numbers, they might disappear.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County. Senator Cherarkei Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Cheruyot Aaron Kipkrui, Kericho County. Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County. Senator Hargura Godana.
Vote. Hold on.
Marsabit County.
Hold on. Senator, vote.
Very good.
Senator Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County.
Dr. Ekal, vote.
Professor of Chemistry.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kajuang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Chepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irungu, Murang'a County.
Yes, I vote yes.
Where is Kamata?
Senator Kaniri George, Vihiga County.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Good afternoon.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Deep State.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Deep State.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Governor, Nakuru County.
Senator Kimani wa Matangi Paul, Kiambu County. Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka-Nithi County.
Professor. Na usiangushe.
That's very easy. Professor.
Professor, vote.
He's muted. He's muted. We can't hear you.
Okay,
I didn't know that. Professor Hobbs?
Let me call him. Call him.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tarakaniti County.
Is there another vote?
He's on the floor. Vote yes.
vote yes. Or what? Vote.
Unmute.
Vote. They can hear you from here.
Don't shout on the microphone. Yeah. Vote yes.
He has voted yes.
We can see the list.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi, Nyeri County.
We have another vote. We are doing another vote.
Senator Manas Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I'm going to retry. Another vote. People asking. Yeah, there's another vote.
There's another vote. Yes. 2 more votes.
Hold on.
Professor Langat, vote.
People are going off.
Where is Langat?
Who is in Nairobi? That is the
Senator Rebuel Tumbesi, Samburu County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County.
Helicopter. The Sky team.
Yeah? Sky team.
Senator Tip Tip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County. Senator Mahmoud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County. Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
Vote.
Yes, we have it.
Where is Shionga?
That lady.
I vote yes on behalf of Kakamega Education.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
So it's not the item vote.
Senator Ochilo Ayako.
Mabuat.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Toet, Baringo County. Senator Payei Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
Senator.
Give us the screen. She's online.
Senator.
I vote yes on behalf of Kajiado delegation.
Senator Murkomen Onesmus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County. Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
Murkomen was there? Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Senator Murkomen?
Say the word. Just say yes.
Say yes.
Call him.
He has already said.
He actually said yes. He said yes, yeah.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
Mike, I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
Yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mwenyehaji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes. Yes.
Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Auta Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
On behalf of Kisumu delegation, I vote yes.
Senator Pogisho Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
I vote yes, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Call Lutumbesi because I saw him. Samburu. Yes, call Langat.
Okay, Senator.
Vote.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
He has voted, yeah.
Senator Lelegwe Lutumbesi, Samburu County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes. More comment. He's still waiting. Call him.
Senator Murkomen Onesmus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Speaker.
Is that a yes?
Murkomen. He has voted.
You ready? He has voted.
He has voted.
Well, the enough votes.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Okay, the whips, make sure that we don't have two more votes. So we have two more votes, so I want to ask senators to remain put so that we vote. Yeah. or you are cooking results. When there is delay. Okay, these are the results. Take your seat. Senator, that's a new sitting style, Senator Bushuru. Abstentions 0, the nays 0, the ayes 30, the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Anti-Doping Act to comply with the 2021 World Anti-Doping Code to put in place an enhanced results management system for anti-doping rule violations and for connected purposes.
Next order.
Order number 4, Committee of the Whole. The Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020.
What are we doing? Honorable Senators, we are in the Committee of the Whole to consider the amendments on the Anti-Doping Amendment Bills, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1.
I propose the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. And we are going for the division. Can the bell be rung for 2 minutes?
The anti-doping bill is currently being considered by the Committee of the Whole, and that particular bill is just to prepare senators for voting that the amendments be part of that particular bill. The anti-doping bill is part of the efforts to contain sports in the country.
Can we have two tellers? 001. Senator Faki, please come forward, and Senator Abshiro. We are going to vote for all the clauses at once. With tellers in position, I will now put the question. I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill.
Adan Dulo Fatma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County. Senator Chirarkei Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Cheruyot Aaron Kipkurui, Kericho County. Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes for all the clauses.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes for all those clauses.
Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes to all the clauses of the anti-doping bill.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irungu, Muranga County. Senator Kanuri George, Vihiga County.
I vote yes to all the clauses, Madam Chair.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County. Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County. Senator Timani wa Matangi Paul, Kiambu County.
No, she voted. She did vote.
Senator Matangi ndio alikuwa hapo zaidi.
Acha phone.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
Isaboi rudia pia Senator Zania.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
Yes.
It's your turn to vote, Senator.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi, Nyeri County. Senator Nat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I vote yes for all the clauses.
Where are you? Don't worry.
Senator Elegwe Litumbesi, Samburu County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the clauses.
I vote yes for all the clauses.
Yes.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Witip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwaziru, Kilifi County. Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County. Senator Malala Cleophas Wakungu, Kakamega County.
I vote yes for the four clauses on behalf of Kakamega County.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
The eyes. Doesn't match up. The eye. Over there.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsiele Toet, Baringo County. Senator Mpaei Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
You say that vote, but now.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes on all the four clauses.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
I vote yes on all the clauses.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
I vote yes for all the clauses.
Yes.
Senator Waruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the clauses.
Senator Mwenyehaji for Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
I vote yes, Madam Chair.
Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all clauses.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Agostina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all the clauses.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes for all the clauses.
Senator Pogisho Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes for all.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
I vote yes for all the clauses.
Senator Wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the clauses.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
I vote yes on all the clauses.
Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County. Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County.
She says she's voting yes. Unmute.
Kindly, Senator Azani, please unmute.
You say voting yes, you can say
She's voted yes.
voting yes.
If you can even show by your finger that you voted yes. Thumbs up. You can put a thumbs up. We can't hear you. Okay.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura. Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Wakarura, please unmute, please. Still not audible. Please show by finger if we can't get you. Yes.
Okay, now we can wait for the results.
Honorable Senators, we have a final vote, so stay online or stay on in the House. As we wait for the results, just stay online. We still have one more vote to take. Honorable Senators, the results are as follows. Ayes 31, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. Mover, please. I'll give him the mic.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020, and its approval thereof without amendments. Doth, yes.
Yes, I put the question that the committee do report to the House's consideration of the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020, and its approval thereof without amendments. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. And those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
The chairperson.
I put the question that...
No. I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered.
Sorry. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020, and its approval thereof without amendments.
The mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I would ask Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. to second.
Mr. Speaker, second.
I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Okay. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As a manner of that opinion, say aye. As a manner of a contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. The mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020 be now read a third time. And I'm going to ask Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020 be now read a third time. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to support that the bill be read a third time, but to quickly comment as chair of the committee that, Mr. Speaker, we went through this bill earlier today. We had various stakeholders from the ministry, from the anti-doping agency, from the National Olympic Committee, from Athletics Kenya, and a host of them that we spoke to today. Mr. Speaker, we expressed our disappointment at the hurried nature in which this bill has come. This is an extremely important bill affecting our sports people, and in as much as the process started in February, it was only published in the National Assembly in the beginning of December. So what we committed to do, and that is why you've seen there are no amendments, is that within the next few months, we are going to sit down as a committee with all the stakeholders and with a fine-tooth comb, go through some of the proposals that we received from various stakeholders with a view of introducing amendments. But for now, we are happy that we'll have conformed to the 2021 World Anti-Doping Code so that our sports people can be able to participate in next year's Olympics and various other sporting activities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Okay, I put the question, which is that the Anti-Doping Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 51 of 2020 be now read a third time. A division bell be rung for 2 minutes.
The anti-doping bill is currently at the third stage, and the bell is currently ringing, and senators will be voting on that particular bill. Standing orders on matters voting, except on a matter affecting counties. Any question proposed for the decision in the Senate shall be decided. This is by a majority of senators present and voting. In this particular case, senators will be voting both in the House as well as those on Zoom platforms. In asserting the results on a question, the Speaker shall in the first instance collect the voices of the yes and the noes and shall declare the results accordingly. On questions proposed for the decision in the Senate, the Speaker has no vote. And in the determination of the number of senators, purposes of voting, the Speaker shall not be counted. If the House passes this particular bill, it will provide a framework to deal with doping among athletes, as the offense will now be considered criminal. The law is part of the efforts to contain sports, which have been a tall order due to lack of legal framework. This is for matters stern action by the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya and relevant federation against athletes who dope. Among the clauses proposed for amendment from the Anti-Doping Act of 2016 is Clause 18 of the bill, which proposes to amend Section 28 of the Act to provide for use of samples and related analytical data. This is from athletes, the laboratories that can test athletes, and the submission of all tests to the agency. Case in point, in 2017, world champion Elijah Manangoi was the latest elite Kenyan athlete to be banned by Integrity Athletes Union over doping matters. Elijah joined a list of Kenyan athletes who have been sanctioned in the recent years, including Wilson Kipsang.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
Senator Dulo.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes. I vote yes.
Senator Cherarkai Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
On behalf of the athletes, I vote yes.
Senator Cheruyot Aaron Kipkurui, Kericho County. Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County. Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County.
I vote yes, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Enjoying himself, you know.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Chepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irungu, Murang'a County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kaniri George, Vihiga County.
Mr. Speaker, if I can be heard, I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
On behalf of Kiambu delegation, Mr.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi, Nyeri County. Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County. Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County. Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County. Senator Mahamud Mohamed Malim, Mandera County. Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County. Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County. Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielo Itoet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes. I do vote yes.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Yes, we know you are voting.
Senator Githiomi. Senator Githiomi.
I vote yes. It's like I'm not being heard from that edge. I vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwenye Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County. Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County. Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Ongeri Samson Kigengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Pogisho Samuel Losron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Wako Swisila Amos, Busia County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Arugura Gotana, Marsabit County.
Senator Arugura.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County. Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County. Senator Malala Cleophas Wakungu, Kakamega County.
Senator Musulu Bakwabi.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
I vote yes on behalf of Kiambu delegation.
Migori. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County. Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
Honorable Senators, these are the results. Abstention 0, the nays 0, the ayes 28, the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Anti-Doping Act to comply with the 2021 World Anti-Doping Code to put in place an enhanced results management system for anti-doping rule violations and for connected purposes.
Okay, Honorable Senators, I really want to, before I adjourn, to thank you so much for your commitment and for availing yourselves at actually no notice. And I know this year, we've really worked hard. We are working out with the leadership so that we adjust our calendar at the right time to be able to compensate for the time we have lost through recess, because we've hardly had recess anyway, but we've really worked very, very hard. I really must appreciate and acknowledge and thank everyone. Senator, what are you saying? Yes, Senator. Cherargei, what are you? Can you just gesturing?
Mr. Speaker, I was requesting, even as we go for a long recess, there was an urgent matter of petition of striking nurses. So I was requesting, we don't need, because we might go on recess up to February, maybe you can use your discretion to direct to the committee. Thank you. And maybe as we close the year, you should at least organize for us something to welcome the new year. Thank you, Speaker.
Leader of majority, you sound like you want to say something. Yeah, I will direct that to go to the Committee of Health so that they can deal with it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Speaker, I just wanted to also join you in thanking members for this. I know it was very difficult coordinating, but you can see, Speaker, that wherever they are, members have used technology, and technology has worked. Now we know that we can actually vote using this technology wherever we are. So I want to thank, and thank you, Speaker, also, a little bit knowing what you have to do to be here. I want to thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Tula Kilozo Jr.
Thank you, Speaker. We had to travel far and wide to be here, but we want to also thank the committee. You didn't thank the chair who seated next to me for the work they have done. But finally, Speaker, there's a Kiswahili saying, I can't translate it now, maybe Senator Wetangula can help. It says, mkono mtupu au lambwi. Thank you.
I think we will organize something with the leadership. Okay, honorable senators, having concluded the business of the day, it's now time to adjourn the House. The Senate, therefore, stands adjourned until Tuesday, 9th February 2021 at 2:30 p.m.
Those were the days when Kenya silenced the elite in world cricket, thanks to, among others, Martin Amon Suji, who was regarded as one of the greatest bowlers in Kenya cricket during his time, where he formed the backbone for a decade.
I enjoyed my cricket the least, then that even now, if you ask me that if I could, go back to cricket, I'll tell you no. For sure, because I enjoyed it and I left it there.
He was born in a larger family that embraced the sport in its environs, but first he had to find his footing before he fell in line.
I wanted to be a golfer, but as my dad could not afford to buy, golf clubs for me. But it came as it's just a hobby, or I think it just came as a pastime. Where we lived in a small estate called Park Road, but we used to live in a colony, and we used to be friends, and we used to have older brothers who used to play the game, and actually we just spent time with them, because where they went, we went. They played football, they played hockey, and they played cricket. So we ended up spending more time playing cricket than the other sports. Then we just started copying them and just going through the paces of the game. And that's where, cricket came. I was given a bat, I was given a ball, and I found something to do with them. And I enjoyed using the ball more than the bat, so I ended up being a bowler, and that's how I developed my skills of cricket.
He tried to pitch a camp at Swami Bapa Cricket Club, which was a team to reckon with at that time, but it was too crowded.
A small team came and picked me up, which was, the Wanderers, where now, the Wanderers Forest is, or the Karura Forest is. There was a ground there. And I actually thank an old man called Bob Bresson. The late Bob Bresson, who came and picked me up one day and asked me, "Martin, what are you doing?" He said, I told him that I was just at home playing Kalongo Longo. So he picked me up and he said, "Why don't you come and start playing cricket?" Then I said, "Fine." He said that I'll come and pick you at 1 o'clock. So he came and picked me up with his Ford Escort. I don't know if you remember that car. He took me to a cricket ground, and I started playing the Saturday games. So he used to pick me every Saturday, and I started enjoying it. And from there, I believed that I improved, and after 3 to 4 years, a first division side came and picked me up, which was Canbies. Picked me up. I played for them, and I played as an all-rounder. I played for them for 2-3 years. I got better.
The all-rounder eventually settled in Aga Khan, where he got more than he had bargained for.
Best moments were winning the league for the club and winning tournaments with the club, and playing amongst one of the good players or the best players in the country has helped me analyze myself and realize myself as a player, as a cricketer. And Aga Khan, when I joined Aga Khan, I was sponsored, my education was sponsored, so I think that also was a token of appreciation. And if you're looked after, I think you'll always enjoy. You are 8 in the family. A salary of a few shillings from the government or my parent could not enable, of course, all of us to go to school, but I also thank them because they took care of my schooling.
His talent impressed such that he could not miss out on a place in the national team.
One of the players was didn't pitch up on a certain training day, and I took that opportunity and I trained my heart out, and there was a selection to be done in a week's time. So I used that opportunity to impress my selectors, and maybe my prayers were answered. And when they were announcing the team, I was picked. I don't know if my knees were working at that moment, but I got hold of myself, and my brother was in the team, and I told him, and I asked him, was that my name? Then he told me, yes, he had something like that, and he actually congratulated me. Yeah, it's McDonald, and it was a good feeling, to be honest.
The right arm and medium-fast bowler thus began his journey to follow in the footsteps of his mentors, among others Maurice Odumbe, Steve Tikolo and Alfred Njuguna Boy, to discover his potential in the ICC World Cup and ICC Trophy competitions from 1990.
Between 1990 and 1996, the 6 years, I was able to get chances in the national side, in the friendlies, and just being now part of the 11. I started bowling there, and I started just upping the bowling then. From there, we went to the World Cup in India in 1996, where I made my maiden debut against India. It was a very nice and honorable occasion for me to make my debut into the world of cricket. And actually, the feeling made me feel that this is where I want to be. I don't want to leave this stage. And we played hard. We were able to beat West Indies and, of course, our mentors in cricket. And from there, I think that urge of belief came into the team that played. And we started believing that if you can play well and beat these guys, who can't we beat again? And from there, that belief actually, stuck in me, and is also stuck into the players next to me, Maurice, the captain, Steve, Kennedy, and the rest of us. Thomas, we started believing that let us walk this path, and we all walked that path.
That was nothing compared to his outstanding performance in the 2003 ICC World Cup, where he produced a man-of-the-match performance with a figure of 3 for 19 in Kenya's Super 6 stage, a 7-wicket triumph over Zimbabwe that enabled them storm to their historic semi-finals.
When we played Zimbabwe, we believed that this is the team that actually it's man-to-man matching. And from that belief, after beating Sri Lanka, we said, actually, there were words from our captain and told us, who the F is Zimbabwe. If we are a unit, those guys are not, and that is what Maurice told us. And he said that, guys, I'm walking in front of you, follow me, and we did. And that is something that you cannot express. But yes, with Maurice and with the backup of the team, I was able to bowl, the way I bowled. And when you're in that zone, there's something that is just talking to you. The little man is just talking to you, telling you that, hey, keep going. You're the best. Do it for your country. Do it for your teammates. And every single ball that I bowled, I bowled for the team, and they backed me up. And at the end of the day, that's when I got the gold watch, which now if I sell, I think I'll buy KBC.
The opening bowler also played in the 1999 World Cup and was also named the player of the match in the ODI against Bangladesh, whom he also recorded his best bowling of 4 for 24. He also played 23 first-class cricket matches for Kenya between 2000 and 2005.
For first class, I enjoyed playing in, of course, in South Africa. That helped me, to actually develop my skills. And for the longer version games that the country used to, of course, use me as an opening batter. So I batted a bit. I really enjoyed it, and it's all empowerment, as I've said. And I also enjoyed playing in the, of course, West Indies. We played a lot of first-class games there. We had an 8-week, 2-month tour that we played well, and I personally feel that is where I also knew that I could bat better, for the national side. So I also believe that given a chance in the national side, I could also bat.
He wasn't bad either at batting, where he used his right hand, but he excelled more in fielding.
I think as a team, we say that we can bowl badly, we can bat badly, but fielding, we can never field badly. And of course, we worked with that principle and with that skill, and everybody in the team tried to field well. And when a team feels good, as one of our coaches told us that if we guys can field well, Sandy Patil, if we guys can field well, then of course our bowling will be elevated. And through that principle, for true, our bowling also became a reckon in the international world. And we just said that we can add a little bit of more effort in the batting, then we could win more games. And true to his word, we did that. So fielding, I enjoyed fielding a third man. I ended up being a good slip fielder, and I just enjoyed being on the ground.
He was a natural swing bowler